Welcome back to our channel. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of metaphysics. Metaphysics is one of the core branches of philosophy that examines the nature of reality and being. What does it mean to exist? What is the nature of reality? These profound questions have puzzled philosophers for centuries. Let's dive into these complex questions and explore the various perspectives on metaphysics. Section 1, Historical Perspectives on Metaphysics. Ancient Views. The roots of metaphysical inquiry can be traced back to ancient Greece. Plato, one of the most influential philosophers, introduced the theory of forms. He posited that the material world is just a shadow of a higher, immutable reality composed of abstract forms or ideas. According to Plato, these forms are the true reality, and everything in the material world is an imperfect representation of these forms. Aristotle, a student of Plato, took a different approach. In his work, Metaphysics, Aristotle rejected Plato's theory of forms and instead focused on the concept of substance. He argued that substance is the fundamental reality and that everything is composed of both matter and form. Aristotle's metaphysics emphasized the actualization of potentialities, where things strive to fulfill their inherent purposes. Eastern perspectives. Eastern philosophical traditions also offer rich metaphysical insights. In Hinduism, the concept of Brahman represents the ultimate reality, an unchanging, infinite principle underlying all existence. Similarly, in Buddhism, the concept of sunyata, or emptiness, suggests that all phenomena are void of intrinsic existence and interdependent. Section 2, Modern Philosophical Arguments. Existentialism. Existentialism, a philosophical movement that emerged in the 19th and 20th centuries, focuses on individual existence and the nature of being. Jean-Paul Sartre, a leading existentialist philosopher, argued that existence precedes essence. This means that individuals first exist and then create their essence through actions and choices. According to Sartre, humans are condemned to be free, bearing the responsibility of shaping their own existence. Phenomenology. Phenomenology, founded by Edmund Husserl, is another significant approach to understanding reality. Phenomenologists investigate the structures of consciousness and how we experience the world. Husserl emphasized the importance of returning to the things themselves, examining how objects are experienced in our consciousness. Martin Heidegger, a student of Husserl, further developed phenomenology, exploring the concept of being, Dasein, and our relationship to time and existence. Analytic metaphysics. In the analytic tradition, philosophers like W.V.O. Quine and David Lewis have significantly contributed to metaphysical debates. Quine questioned the distinction between analytic and synthetic statements, challenging the idea of a fixed metaphysical structure. David Lewis, on the other hand, is known for his theory of modal realism, which posits the existence of possible worlds as real and concrete as the actual world. Section 3, Key Metaphysical Concepts. Ontology. Ontology is a central branch of metaphysics concerned with the study of being. It addresses questions such as, what entities exist? What does it mean for something to exist? Ontologists classify entities into categories, such as objects, properties, events, and processes. One significant debate in ontology is between realism and anti-realism. Realists argue that entities exist independently of our perceptions, while anti-realists contend that existence is dependent on our conceptual schemes. Identity and change. The metaphysical issues of identity and change revolve around understanding how entities persist over time. The ship of Theseus is a classic thought experiment that raises questions about identity. If all the parts of a ship are replaced one by one, is it still the same ship? This puzzle explores the nature of identity and whether it is tied to the material components or the form and function of an entity. Causality. Causality is another fundamental concept in metaphysics, addressing the relationships between causes and effects. Philosophers like David Hume have questioned our understanding of causation, arguing that we only observe correlations and not the necessary connection between events. This skepticism about causality challenges our assumptions about the nature of reality and how we understand the world. Section 4, Ethical Implications of Metaphysics. Free will and determinism. One of the significant ethical implications of metaphysical inquiry is the debate between free will and determinism. If all events, including human actions, are determined by preceding causes, can we be said to have free will? Determinists argue that every event is causally determined, while proponents of free will, such as libertarians, maintain that humans have the ability to make genuinely free choices. This debate has profound implications for our understanding of moral responsibility. Personal identity and ethics. Metaphysical discussions on personal identity also impact ethical considerations. If personal identity is tied to psychological continuity, as suggested by philosopher Derek Parfit, then our ethical obligations to future selves might differ from traditional views. Understanding the nature of personal identity can influence how we think about issues like punishment, compensation, and moral responsibility over time. Section 5. Metaphysics in Everyday Life. Perception of reality. Our metaphysical beliefs influence how we perceive and interact with the world. For instance, whether we view reality as objective and independent of our minds, or as constructed by our perceptions, can shape our experiences and decisions. Understanding different metaphysical perspectives can help us appreciate the complexity of reality and our place within it. Existential meaning. Metaphysical questions about the nature of existence and reality also intersect with our search for meaning. Existentialist philosophers like Sartre and Camus argue that we must create our own meaning in an indifferent universe. This perspective encourages individuals to take responsibility for their actions and find purpose through personal choices and commitments. Ethical living. Our metaphysical views can also inform our ethical frameworks and how we live our lives. Beliefs about the nature of reality, identity, and causality can shape our values and guide our actions. Engaging with metaphysical questions can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world, fostering a more reflective and ethical way of living. Conclusion. In this video, we've explored the profound and intricate field of metaphysics, delving into historical and modern perspectives on the nature of reality and being. From ancient Greek philosophy to contemporary debates, metaphysics continues to challenge and expand our understanding of existence. By examining key concepts such as ontology, identity, and causality, and considering the ethical implications of metaphysical inquiry, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of reality. Our metaphysical beliefs shape our perception of the world, influence our ethical decisions, and guide our search for meaning. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the philosophy of metaphysics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more enlightening content on philosophy and metaphysics. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep striving for a deeper understanding of reality and being.